Hey y'all, I wanted to give you a slight update on where I'm at with that giant America Surf Supply Outdoor Adventure 100-pound clothing bale. So today is April 22nd. I purchased it on March 11th, so we're just over a month in on this. I wanted to give you some wet sold. I'm gonna scoot over and hopefully put some pictures in here for you. I have sold, let me see, my computer's right here, so that's what I'm looking at, just so y'all are aware. 21 items out of 86, so doing really well. 65 more items to sell. So I'm going to go through and let you know there's some highs, some lows, and we'll talk about it. So here we are. First up, we have a Carhartt men's t-shirt bundle. 2 shirts, t-shirts, both size 2XL, sold for $16 on Posh. I believe that was an offer to likers, and I made $609. So not great, but I made something, and it's moving this stuff along. When you have so much of it and you didn't hand select it, sometimes it's best to just move it along. Next up, Carhartt men's original fit blue button-up shirt, size large tall. So I think that tall in that sizing definitely helped this sale. So this sold for $38.70 on eBay. That is sales price plus shipping. And so I made $21.96 after fees, shipping, and all that. Next up, Patagonia men's green plaid button-up, size small. Size had a factor in this, I believe. Patagonia, it'll sell, but definitely slowing down. So I made, sold for $30.60. This was on Facebook Marketplace. Their fees are going up, by the way. I don't know if y'all saw that, but I made $23.76. Not too bad. Next up, another Patagonia better sweater. It was a full zip cream size small women's. Sold for $30 on Poshmark. That was offered to likers, so I had that shipping discount in there of $202. So I made $17.29. So these aren't going to be, $100 profits here, but it's bread and butter. It's moving things along. It's getting people to my closet, and these are all brands that people are looking for, actively searching for. So Carhartt women's windbreaker, blue in a size small. Again, size small. From these big boxes and bales and things, I expect these sizes that don't normally sell in store in a brick and mortar, that there'd be a bigger audience searching for these things online. So this sold for $28 on Mercari. I made $23.31. Next up, North Face blue quarter zip men's athletic sweater. So I took a handful of the men's items. I didn't get very many women's. I got more men's. I don't sell a whole lot of men's. I took a bunch of it to my local Plato's Closet. So, well, I shouldn't say local. It's next town over, but close enough. Closest to local I have. I took some items. You're going to see them here to Plato's Closet to, move them along. They weren't getting much attention. They weren't getting likes. They were just sitting. I know it's only been a month, but hey, I'm not a storage unit. I want to move this stuff along, and I know my Plato's Closet is always looking for men's items. So, again, North Face blue quarter zip men's athletic sweater. This was that like a runner's over layer. It was great condition. I just want to move along. I believe it was a 2XL, and they bought it for $6.49, so I made $1.80. My cost of goods per item for this bale was $4.69, which isn't bad when you consider what it was. A lot of jeans, a lot of Carhartt, so $4.69 is not bad, but these are some of the items that just maybe wouldn't have brought a lot online. So made $1.80. Still made something, moved it along. It's not sitting. So next up, Columbia PFG men's button-up shirt. It was white. It had blue tuna fish all over it. It was really cool. But again, the size, the small size is hard to sell. $6.49, made $1.80 on that as well. I also took in a Harley Davidson thermal top. It was like a cream color, had the Harley black emblem right here, and that was it as far as like logo branding. Harley, they like to have it kind of like the old Affliction stuff to where they want to see that all over and stuff, but it was just right here. So I was like, meh. It was a good size, but just wasn't getting the attention. And a thermal going into summer, I was like, let's move this. So I made $1.80 on that as well. That was another item I had taken. Also, Columbia PFG shirts. There were 2 in this listing that I had. I bundled them together. Size large. They both were size large. One was bright orange and one was kind of a sandy tan color. And they had some wear to them, you could tell. And so I had bundled them together. I do that a lot when I have same size, similar items. I'll bundle them together, and sometimes that'll move things along faster. I do that with bras too, by the way. But I sold that bundle. That was $1.80. I just counted it together for that. But hey, it moved it along, and it, like I say, wasn't getting attention. So last item they took there was North Face blue quarter zip. This was a fleece in 2XL. Lightweight, perfect condition. Again, going into summer though, the fleece, I was like, Jackets, I'm a little more apt to hang on to going into summer just because I know that they will bring more when they do eventually sell. But for a fleece, then to just sit, I was wanting to move it along. So that was $1.80 as well. Okay, next up, excuse me, Carhartt Carpenter overalls. The overalls I got in this bundle were huge. They sold the fastest. They got the most attention. So any overalls you see from Carhartt, like, they were my biggest seller out of this whole bale. So if you see them out and about, Carhartt overalls, pick them up. Keep them reasonably priced, that $40, $50 range. Keep in mind what they go for new. They're not outrageous, but they're highly sought after. So they were a 30-30, so a smaller size, and just a normal blue denim. I listed them as men's. I think a woman bought them, but I listed them as men's. They sold on Facebook Marketplace for $40.50. I have a 20% off constant sale on Facebook Marketplace. I figure, I send 20% off offers on Poshmark, so I might as well just carry that over. Their fees are less there anyway, but I just have that 20% in mind when I'm listing my items as well. So I made $33.15 on those overalls. Good sale. And then another pair of overalls sold. This was a gray pair. This was a 46-30, so a little bit bigger waist size here. These sold for $38 on Poshmark. I made $25.71. So you're seeing that previous pair was $33. This pair of overalls is $25. I have another pair of overalls. They were a $34.32 Carpenter overalls. They were blue denim. They sold for $47.45 on eBay. So doesn't matter where you list them, they're gonna sell. $25.08. So anywhere from that $25 to $35 range is what to expect from those. Okay, so then some Carhartt tan denim jeans in a 32-32. These sold on Facebook Marketplace for $40. I made $35.31. So good sale there. Okay. Oh, yes, and I got a couple of pieces of Lululemon in this outdoor adventure bundle. I was totally floored. Not expected. It wasn't one of the brands that was listed as possibly getting in there. So I don't know what happened, but I'll take it. I got, I think, 3 or 4 pairs of bottoms from Lululemon in there. These were a size 16 black bike shorts. So perfect for the season. Great size. I don't come across a lot of bigger sizes, double-digit sizes in Lululemon at the thrift, let alone at a Plato's Closet or anywhere. They're like a unicorn almost. So these sold on Mercari for $35, almost like 2 days after listing. Like, they were pretty quick. So I get $25.15 from that. That was before Mercari went no fees on that. So Carhartt Sid pants, skinny leg, teal, size 30-32. These were fun. I will definitely put a picture of these here. These were very cool. I would have kept them myself, but they were a little small for me. But they were like basically a Docker, but in this gorgeous teal color. And I listed them as unisex. I don't know if man or woman bought them, but they sold for $20 on Poshmark. And I made $11.31. So smaller size, kind of an odd item from Carhartt. They're not really known for that kind of thing, so I let them go for the $20. Carhartt Dungaree Fit Men's 30-32 in a khaki. So these were, I believe, a work pant. They were stained, and I listed it as such, and so I just wanted them to move. I didn't want to lose money, so I just listed them and tried to move them along. So they sold for $19 on Poshmark. Shipping discount was in there, so I made $8.49. So again, moving it along. Next up, Carhartt Dungaree Fit Men's size 52-32 light wash. So these had some wear to them, but this bigger waist size was definitely a plus in selling these. So these sold for $35.70 on eBay. Excuse me. So I made $15.66 after shipping and all of that. I gotta show y'all. It's probably backwards in your screen, but it says I'm a lot cooler on the internet. True. So anyway, those pants, you know, they had some wear to them, and I thought, oh, hey, well, you know, I'm going to list them anyway because of the waist size. I know sometimes those smaller and larger sizes are harder to find, and sure enough, they sold. Okay, Carhartt Relax Fit Men's size 38-32 khaki carpenter. So again, these were a standard Carhartt. These sold on Facebook Marketplace for $34.20. After fees and everything, I made $27.19. So great sale there. So if you notice too, this Carhartt stuff is selling everywhere. So Carhartt's one of those, if you are picky where you list your stuff, don't be with Carhartt. List it everywhere. So I'm not one to be picky. I list all my stuff everywhere, and this is why, because you just never know. Carhartt Relaxed Fit Men's 38-32 khaki chinos. So this is more of the dressier style of Carhartt. $25 on Poshmark. I made $15.31. Carhartt Traditional Fit Light Wash Jeans 38-32. $34 on Poshmark. I made $22.51. So that was the last to report for this go round. So altogether so far, profit has been $346.28. If you remember, I spent about $402 on this bale total. So I'm just shy of $50 from breaking even. I still have 65 more items to sell. So I am on my way. Things are looking good. Cost of goods for the 21 items that I have sold is $98.49. So I'm doing really good. I have averaged $16.49 in profit per item. I had some of those higher ones, but I also had those $1.80 ones. So I'm averaging out $16.49 an item. So I'll take it. That's great for bread and butter. I knew going into this it wasn't going to be, like I say, big sales. It was just to keep my closet floating and going and making that money. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that you have watched the unboxing videos. I have 3 of them, part 1, 2, 3, and I hope that you go watch them and see what came in that Carhartt bale. Well, Carhartt Adventure, Outdoor, whatever you want to call it. It was mostly Carhartt, let's be real. So I hope that you find this helpful if you're looking at ordering that bale, and I will see you in the next one. Be sure to subscribe. I'm going to try to put out more content, so be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.